Hey guys, welcome back to the channel McNallie Money, home of all things stock, investment, and personal finance related. Now for today's video, we're going to be providing an update on ESE Entertainment. They just came out with record numbers for Q4 and 2022, so I'm really excited to talk about this in a little bit more detail. But before we get into it, please take a second, hit the like button, you guys. It's a big help to myself and the channel. If you're not already subscribed, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. And let me know in the comment section below if you're currently holding shares of ESE, what you thought about their financial results, and how you think they stack up to some of the other players in the gaming and esports industry. With that being said, let's get into today's video. Okay guys, so that's right. Today's video, we're going to be providing an update on one of my favorite companies we cover or discuss on the channel, none other than ESE Entertainment Incorporated. Trades under the ticker symbol ESE here in Canada on the Toronto Venture Exchange, and in the United States on the OTC under the ticker symbol ENTEF. Now ESE has had a lot of developments since our last video. I think our last coverage was a couple of months ago, and specifically in today's presentation, I wanted to address the big news release that came out this morning, or press release, talking about their 2022 audited financial results and Q4 results, both of which featured record revenue and gross profit. So this is definitely a success story. If you pull up the last 6 months, you can see ESE has been trading relatively flat. So back in September of last year, they were in the 42-cent range. Fast forward to today, they're sitting at 40 cents. They were down 2 cents on the session, or about 5% on the Canadian side of things here, to close out at 40 cents on the day. And based on that close, you're looking at a market cap in the neighborhood of about $30 million. Now, as a refresher, or for those of you who missed our previous coverage on ESE Entertainment, if we jump over to the company website, I'll leave a link in the video description below as well, if you want to go in and take a closer look for yourself. If we go to the About Us section, you can see ESE is a global entertainment and technology company focused on gaming and esports. We provide a range of services to leading video game developers, publishers, and brands by providing technology, infrastructure, and fan engagement services internationally. ESE also operates its own e-commerce channels, esports teams, and gaming leagues, and has really grown to consist of multiple assets and world-class operators in the gaming and esports industry. So really a well-diversified company that gives you exposure to multiple high-growth, exciting sectors in the gaming and esports realm. And before we get into their financial results, I quickly wanted to bring up this slide out of their investor presentation that talks about that growth in the gaming market specifically, where, as you can see, the value of the gaming market overall is expected to close in on $270 billion by 2025, with around 2.9 billion players participating in this global video game market. So obviously a huge total addressable market or audience for a lot of the services provided by ESE Entertainment, and really a great foundation or springboard to move into the financial results, which we're going to talk about next. So ESE Entertainment announces 2022 audited financial results with that record revenue and gross profit, as I alluded to in the intro here. And what's super exciting about these numbers, really regardless of which metric you look at, we're seeing huge year-over-year growth and demand for the services offered by ESE Entertainment. So annual revenue came in just shy of $59 million for fiscal 2022. That's a year-over-year increase of 417%, so triple-digit year-over-year growth, which is absolutely phenomenal. Record quarterly revenue in the neighborhood of about $19.9 million for Q4 of 2022. Again, triple-digit year-over-year growth coming in at 218%. So on an annualized basis, if you're looking at Q4 numbers, you're looking at about $80 million on an annual basis, and record gross profit came in at $7.7 million with a 569% year-over-year increase. So a huge quarter and a huge year for the team from ESE Entertainment, and that's really the exact sentiment we hear from the CEO, Conrad Wasuela. We are thrilled to announce our audited 2022 financial results, which showcase our strongest performance to date with record-breaking revenue, gross profit, and improvement in adjusted EBITDA. We set out many corporate goals in 2022, and I am proud to say we accomplished every single one of them. This is a testament to the relentless dedication and hard work from our world-class team, Further, our financial discipline, technology, strategic investments, and intellectual property will help us to further hone our operations and set the foundation for strong, sustainable, organic growth moving forward. So a couple of the key things I really took from that statement, you guys. Number one, management has proven that they can be trusted to deliver on these commitments on time and on budget. They had a number of key acquisitions over the year, which we're going to talk about, which went extremely smoothly. And on top of that, they've laid the groundwork to continue this growth and this trajectory for years and years to come. Now, in addition to the strong revenue numbers we talked about, you can see here under the financial highlights, the other thing I really like to see is the total assets are now sitting at around $21.5 million, so up 38% compared to the assets on the books as of October 31st of 2021. Those were sitting closer to about $15.5 million. So they're building their asset base, they're building their top line revenue, and obviously a lot of the downstream metrics like the gross profit are following suit with that big 569% increase year over year. Now, in addition to all of the exciting financial highlights here, there's also a number of key operational highlights that occurred in Q4. So I definitely wanted to spend a couple of seconds on that. On August 15th, ESE announced that their media production division would actually produce 2 live in-person esports events. So the finals for the League of Legends and the Teamfight Tactics competition. So those are huge brand drivers for ESE and really the gaming community overall. On September 12th, we had a key personnel update. So they appointed Andrea Luen as the company's CFO or Chief Financial Officer. And this was really a key addition as Andrea has extensive history and knowledge from her past position with Great Canadian Gaming Corporation. On October 6th, ESE announced it had entered into a $5 million contract to deliver their technology and user acquisition services to a European video game developer. And on October 26th, ESE announced that its gaming division became certified Google partner. So again, key catalyst here, you guys. This is just in Q4 to keep your eye on moving into 2023. Now, subsequent to Q4, there was again a number of key developments from the team at ESE. So they closed a private placement offering of $1.25 million on January 16th. On January 20th, they completed their final cash payment for the Game Addict acquisition in the amount of $2.1 million. So this was a key addition to the overall portfolio to really strengthen that ESE brand or umbrella of companies. And then the third point talks about some additional non-brokered financing that occurred in January of 2023 to the tune of about $2 million. So with that being said, if we now jump back to the investor presentation, you can see a little bit more detail around this financial performance. I mentioned earlier that $80 million approximate annual revenue run rate based on Q4 financial results in the neighborhood of about $20 million. You can see the Q4 results right there. The positive adjusted EBITDA and that big 417% growth in revenue. And really, this is a beautiful chart here up and to the right in terms of quarterly revenue growth that really speaks to the caliber and quality of product and service that ESE is offering and validates their business model moving forward as they start to enter some new high growth verticals. And with that being said, if we jump to the next section here talking about some of these upcoming growth catalysts, it's very evident that ESE is just getting started or scratching the surface in terms of the runway for this company moving forward. So big data, artificial intelligence, AI is all the buzz right now. They've already got phase 1 of their Singularity product released, which is a proprietary data lake, business intelligence infrastructure for big data. It adds new technology and capability through proprietary technology and systems. And it harnesses advanced machine learning insights to really further develop this product into subsequent phases. Now, the other catalyst to keep an eye on is the iGaming business unit. That's why that addition of Andrea to the leadership team is so crucial, because she's got experience in the gaming business or gaming sector previously. And this is really another sector or vertical that we're seeing a ton of investor attention around as more and more consumers around North America and really the world start to experiment and experience iGaming in their own home. So to summarize the presentation so far, you guys, extremely impressive numbers from ESE in terms of their Q4 and 2022 full year audited results. In addition to that, they had a number of key operational and personnel highlights during the quarter and subsequent to quarter end. On top of that, they've got some exciting catalysts on the horizon in terms of new growth opportunities, sectors, or verticals to enter. And the final point why I like ESE so much, especially at these levels, you guys, is their valuation or market cap compared to some of the other players in this space. So again, market cap on ESE is in the neighborhood of about $30 million. And if you look at some of the other players or competitors in this space, you can see ESE is just a fraction of the size of a lot of these other companies. So the Score, for example, market cap sitting around 2.5 billion. Phase Holdings, about 212 million. Keyword Studios, 3.7 billion. And ESL sitting at approximately $1.5 billion. So with a market cap sub $50 million, you really are able to get in at the ground floor of this super high growth, exciting sector. And as we saw in Q4, ESE has now proven their business model. They're generating record revenue. And I think this is really only the beginning for this company as they continue to expand, put their foot on the gas, and really reach their full potential moving forward. So for those reasons, you guys, this is one that I absolutely love. I would recommend you throw it on your watch list, start to do some research if you're not already holding shares. If you are holding shares of ESE, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, specifically around their Q4 and 2022 financial results. If you're still watching the video at this point, hopefully you found some value, so make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, McNallie Money, feel free to do so. We'd love to have you. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.